before impact. We'll try and do the burn and see if that is accurate. Also, this is not counting down in seconds. This is way more. Keep us focused on retrograde, please. Okay. 34, so 17 seconds, clearly. Oh god, this is nerve-wracking. Normally I would have absolutely started blasting before this. 20, 19, 18, burn! Okay, it doesn't look like halfway through is what you should do. Good thing that we loaded that one. Good thing that we loaded that one. Maybe though, that was a bit of a steep ascent, come to think of it. Actually, here's the thing that I need to do before I actually pick a landing site now. Minimus, land. And, yeah. Well, good thing we tested Neosidon, because, oh my god, would I have been annoyed how we just went, yeah, you know what, that sounds sensible, let's just do that right away. Wait. There we go. Biomap, please. The Greater Flats. Wait, lowlands, Greater Flats, lowlands. These are the Greater Flats? Oh, I kind of want to go to the Greater Flats, but don't draw that overlay right now. How much delta V is this? 150. How about though 119? We do something like that. We have 100. Yeah, let's do something like that, because that lands us on the Greater Flats. Greater, because we don't have those yet. Stop drawing that overlay. And focus here on that. The advantage is it is a flat, so that should be, well, it's not, you know, a flat as in people live there, but it's flat as in hopefully easier to land on. Now, normally I just arrest my descent completely and fall and slow down. So this is going to be a little bit different than I normally do. Just slowing down and then letting it build up. Because the problem, of course, is if you slow down and let it fall, the higher up you are, like this, the less effective that maneuver becomes. Because you arrest all your horizontal speed, but you keep on picking up vertical because you then fall again, which is what makes it inefficient. That's why actually having an orbit as low as possible and then arresting and going down works better than the alternative. Also, here's a problem. My throttle, the joystick throttle, is still at max. So as soon as I move that, it's gonna pop into max. Okay, let's focus here. 3, 2, 1, engage. Just have a little bit of delta V that we're using. Oy. I'm gonna stop it there. I'm gonna have an ascent like that. Maybe down here what we could do here is rotate it. Is that a thing we could do? Because that just gets us a tiny bit. That costs us too much delta V. Let's just do this standard style. Gonna be a little bit nervous. Also, Despos, we should have gotten on an EVA. Let's get this on surface mode. Let's get this on surface mode. And we're going to get ready to land. So this is full-on real landing. Wish me luck, everybody. Let's get an orbital telescope observation while we're here. Inside the fairing, by the way. Maybe 3/4 would have been a better idea if you test again. Yeah, but the counting was weird. If you notice that, it said seconds, but it counted swifter than seconds. Okay, I'm gonna descend a little bit. Actually, we probably don't need these right now. Seconds of estimated burn. So how about we just do directly those 20 seconds. So this is cool. Again, this is that mod that's severely nerfing the control wheels. This is still a heck of a lot of control wheel action that we get without any RCS, but you can see it wouldn't help you in very strong situations. And we're already veering off course a little bit, so we do need RCS to actually get to a more sensible position. Okay. 25 seconds estimated burn. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Burn. You notice that burn again isn't matching up, even though we did a fairly good countdown. We are at 1,000 above level. $600, $500. 400, 300, engaging landing gear. Hang down. There we go. Less than 10 meters per second. 4 meters per second. 3 meters per second. 2. 1 meter per second. Touchdown! Touchdown! We have touchdown. Excellent. The first truly landed on Minimus mission, rather than the very small touchdown we had. Let's reveal our science package. And what a lovely package it is. Engage the ladder. We have made it, ladies and gentlemen. I know we don't need a ladder. I know the gravity is very light, but it's okay. We have made it to the surface of Minimus. Ah, yes. Engage the sciencing. Get a temperature scan. The temperature reading suggests this area might be made of ice cream. Acquiring a surface sample is highly recommended. Thank you. Pressure scan. Collected and recorded atmospheric pressure data from the surroundings. Fascinating there, Voltaire. Magnetometer scan. What can we find? Even Minimus's minty-looking frozen surface is magnetically dead. Aww. Toggle that, baby. Laser surface scan. Where's our laser surface? I want to see that thing in action. There we go. Laser surface scan. A disappointingly low concentration of organic compounds is detected here, indicating that the surface is not, in fact, minty fresh. That's it. We're leaving. Crew report. The ground here is completely flat. Man, that's really boring. Goo observation. Observe that goo. The goo flops out of the container and becomes indistinguishable from the surface. It's home again. Roam free, little goo. Roam free. Let's do a little seismic scanning. The seismometer detects a minor quakes and what sounds like bubbling. Perhaps these areas are resurfaced by occasional geological activity. Isn't that the case in one of Saturn's moons? Where they're seeing a remarkably flat surface given what you would expect. So, interesting enough, they'd expect larger, rockier surfaces, impacts from meteorites, but it's largely flat. So it's a geological mystery. Like, how are these surfaces, being smoothed out? Our tiny little materials study? Some of the biological samples have not fared well. The metals, however, appear to be doing just fine. Record the data. Let's get our pilot the honor of getting out and getting down to the surface first. I don't know if it was Titan, Maffy. It might be Titan. There we go. Woo! Enjoy the freedom. Don't jump too high though. Amazing. Amazing. We've managed to make it to Minimus. Can we see Kerbin from here? We can see Kerbal, that's for sure. I love these reflections on those helmets. Imagine this though. Standing on a different planet. It will be mind-blowing. Let's plant this flag. You have the honor as our main pilot. First manned Minimus landing. First try. Honest. Beautiful. Next up is our engineer, because our engineer has a special task. Our engineer in his inventory. Oh my god, did I not? Did I not? I was so worried that we didn't bring those. Because I knew for sure that we brought this equipment. Let's not remove the helmet though, that's a little bit dangerous. So he is going to be taking... Oh, this is a problem. Do I... Oh, I can still reach those, good. He's going to be taking the drill here and some of the other stuff. There's only one answer to that, proto-molecules. Have you been reading The Expanse, Jexus? I've been enjoying the book far more than the show, I'd have to say. I'm not quite sure how the box works. Oh, there we go. That works out. The box storage is not accessible while carried. Well, how do you use it? Or was I supposed to equip things in there while we're carrying it? I don't get it. Oh wait, 300 volume, 300 volume, it's still the same. Never mind. We're going to get the central station in there. We're going to get the power station in there. The structural girder. I am bender, insert girder. The 4 solar panels. That gives us about what we need right now. Although I would like the connectors. Do we not have the space for that? Split into 2, please. Get those in there. To start setting up our surface experiment. This is something we have not seen before yet. As you can see, this guy now has way more mass. See, remember how far he jumped up? This guy can hardly get off the ground because he is carrying a tremendous... Whoa, look at that bounce. Because he is carrying a tremendous amount of mass with him right now. You just managed your first manned mun landing, been in pain with life support mod going? Oh yeah, you decided that the life support mods, that's why I love them. They make things so difficult. So, this is the first time we're using our surface experiment pack. What we're doing right now is we grab something from the inventory and we drag it over here. and we can attach it to specific spaces. So in this case, I believe you hold H to surface attach it. You can see that the icon changes to that little drill. So what we can do right now is we deploy this baby, which means we attach it to the surface. And that's why we need the engineer, because only the engineer has, only a Kerbal that has the repair skill can do this and do this setup. So we're going to be, how do you attach this again? R to change node? Drop, how do you do that again? Space movement, H to attach, oh wait, H? You can attach it to that. I know that there's a way to show the nodes. Oh, it's okay though. We can just H it and attach it right there. But this is what I like about it. This gives you a structural reason to choose to have different Kerbals on a mission. Because right now, I need the engineer, because we needed somebody with the repair skill to start building these things. But the person who can operate it is the scientist. I think the others can operate it, but the scientist can just do more with it and can do it better than the other ones. Not too sure. But yeah, that's the whole point of this endeavor. Which is why I like it so much. Building these small little stations, these small little vessels on the surface, it's wonderful. Now, we're gonna attach this little thingy over here. There we go. That is a little battery pack, so it increases the battery power. And how do you do that again? It's not H. You see how there's these little spots? I think you can just click. No, that's wrong. So we grab that thing. Oh. Grab that thing. That's... We take that. There was a way to... Is it Alt? No, it's not Alt. Oh, it would really help if somebody could look that up for me right now. There we go. That worked at least. By the way, you can see that he can move so much easier now that he has less mass. Shows one problem, doesn't explain anything, which makes it hard to watch, takes you a long time to get into it, and then it's over. Hopefully season 2 is any good. Yeah, I haven't watched much of season 2 yet. I quite like it. The books are just amazing pulp action. Finished 5 books, have 6 to go on your nightstand. Nice. Yeah, I'm only getting through the first book just now. I'm at I think the last couple of pages of the first book. Now we can link this baby to that baby. We need to be close. There we go. Link it. And now we need to start getting some of the other equipment here. H is for attach. Yeah, I've been using H, but I also know that there should be a button to snap to nodes. I thought it was Alt, like in the building areas, but apparently it isn't. But yeah, Jexus, I completely agree. It is... those books are great pulp action. And I like the characters so far. They're likable, they're flawed in all the right ways. They're interesting. Let's see. So we need some of these science experiments. Let's see how many we can grab with us. 2, 3, 4, which needs 8 connectors already. 5, which needs 10 connectors. That we can put in there. Ah, that's... Okay, so that's already something we cannot do. Let's just move and we'll attach more connectors later. But yeah, I just like this because, you know, these surface experiments give you something to do on the surface. Because before, otherwise, you could just land, plant a flag. Maybe if you had a rover, you go to a different biome, get some signs there, then go back. But that was it. So I like being able to do things like install these different science parts. Okay, let's see. Where do you attach? You are attaching in all the wrong ways. That is your battery attachment right there. So let's put you over here. We can attach two things on this side. Yeah, I like just that it makes you build a tiny little base. There we go. That is indeed also your rotation. Let's put you down here. There we go. But it just, you know, you have a real little descent, a real little action that you do. The one thing is we're going to have to make sure to adjust this thing, because that now became its own vessel, and that means that it also has its own life support following. Which means that every time this thing is going to lose power because of the rotation of Minmus and the sun and so on, we are going to get a message unless we adjust that. Oh, no. Yeah, there we go. There it was just now. SCP Central Station on Minmus. So that thing, we're going to have to make sure to configure this. Oh, we don't have a connection to it. Yes, because we haven't activated that yet. We'll do that in a moment. We have also had milestones. We have walked on the surface of Minmus, and we've planted a flag on Minmus. Excellent. But yeah, I know your problem, Jex, is like so many books to read. There's just too many books and too little time. There we go. Let's grab some of this other stuff. The surface magnetometer, the surface gravimeter, and the last of these connectors. That is in fact all that we... Oh? We needed 10 for those. We need... I brought some spares. We needed 10 for the ones that are there. And we need 4 more. So we brought... Oh! Brought some spares. Yeah, that's all we need. Hey there, David. How are you doing? Glad you could join us. You are joining us exactly as we are... starting to build out a little science station here. I mean, a tiny little surface science station. There we go. This is the first manned landing on Mun that we've done. We've been close here a couple of times, but we finally managed to hit home. Okay, let's start attaching some of these beauties. So this is just literally building it, which I like. It gives purpose to an engineer. There we go. And of course, right now, it feels like a little... a natural start to later colonization, because right now all we're doing is building these tiny little science, you know, science, what would you even call this? It's not really, it's not an outpost, it's not really a base, it's more of a, just, well, literally just a little experiment that we're running here. But it's sort of a... for me, it feels like a natural progression. You try to do something like this to establish something on the surface of a planet, and once you've figured out how to do that adequately and you start getting some results from that, you try and build a first permanent, semi-permanent, well, not even permanent actually, just the first thing on the surface of another body, and then that is some bad timing. That is my brother calling. Unfortunately, he did send me a message that I should respond to pretty soon, because he had something real cool. I should call him back in a moment. It's gonna be a good time for a break anyway. Then I can call him back, because he actually got some tickets for a cool performance of Bach, and hadn't responded to him just yet. That is something I wanted to do tomorrow, but it has been a little bit. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go on for a couple of minutes, gather up all the signs we need. I'm going to take a little break, call my brother, make a cup of tea, and be back with you then. There we go. So we have been carefully assembling all these things. Look at how cool that is. Look at how freaking cool it is to have this little surface science outpost. Ah, amazing. Brakes are good, indeed, Sojo. It's also good just for the eyes, the wrists, everything. Rove's not working very well. It keeps trying to flip, though it should be fairly heavy. Ah, I know what you mean, Poseidon. That's just the Kraken for you. Let's activate this baby. There we go. Sometimes, really, the geography just messes up so much. And then your rover flips for no darn reason. But well, that is part of the game. See, we should be able to reach the SCP Central Station now. Perfect. Which means when... yeah, it just has solar panels, so there's nothing we can script for this thing. But I want this baby to not tell me about the battery, not tell me about the supplies, storms, or scripts. In fact, I don't even want to tell me about reliability. Why don't you? At least then we know when you're braking. But yeah, that is the full activity now. With this thing having extended, you now have... you know, when you turn it on, you have contact. We now have the power because we've hooked up the solar panel to this device. These things will hopefully keep it powered for quite a long while. An important thing is that we use this battery because it has 200 electric charge. So this both extends the number of sockets that you have as well as functions as a battery. Using the Buffalo. Should be 5 to 7 ton vehicle, 6.5. Yeah, that's the thing though. Even with that weight, like on Minimus, you just have so little gravity. There's more on the Mun, which is where I'm assuming you're driving that thing. But even then, the Mun has these such weird little geography flip outs. There we go. Let's get Despas out there. The scientist, finally, he gets to go to work. One of the things he's doing is restoring... there we go, that baby, and restoring the goo canister. Oh, we can't restore this? Oh, he's too far away. But in his inventory, Despas, who doesn't really need these tools, is going to get the final surface experiment. The physical aerodynamics and gravitation test. Even aero is misspelled as aereo, but... oh, clumsy little scientist. But yeah, there's science to be done. Firstly, Despas, Talk to us. What do you see?